Hello, guys and gals. I hope you have finished your study guide and you are watching my video just to check your answer. All right, so let's get started. So on number one, it says what operation is represented in this expression? So this one is a little tricky. I almost feel like it's easier to see what we can eliminate. So if we start with letter D, I know quotient means division. So do you see any division up here? I don't either, so we're going to get rid of that one. Letter C says difference. So difference in math means subtraction. So I definitely don't see any subtraction up here. So we can eliminate letter C. Letter B says power. Well, power is another word of showing an exponent. I don't see any exponents, which means the only option left is A, product. And product in math means multiplication. So I do see that 3 is being multiplied by the quantity C plus 9. So A must be the best answer. All right, number 2, how many terms are in the expression? So of course we know that terms are separated by plus and minus symbols. So here we have our first term. Our second term would be positive 6x, and our third term would be positive 5. Because here are our plus symbols. So that means we have a total of 3 terms. Number 3, identify the coefficients in the expression. So a coefficient is a leading number that's multiplied by a variable. So 5 is being multiplied by x squared. So 5 is the coefficient. And 7 is being multiplied by x. So 7 is also a coefficient. So the coefficients do not include variables. So we're looking at just the 2 numbers 5 and 7, which means B is the correct answer. Number 4, the associative property. So associative property means that you change your grouping, who you associate with, right? So I don't see any grouping in A. I see the commutative property. I don't see any grouping in C. I see the identity property when you multiply by 1. Letter D, I don't see any grouping. I do see the 0 property. So B is the only answer that shows different grouping. So here they group 3 times 2 first. So 6 times 8. And then the second one, they want you to multiply 8 times 3 first, which is 24. And those both equal 48. So we changed our grouping in letter B. So number 5, Melinda thinks that 6 raised to the 3rd power is 18. Is Melinda correct or incorrect? So this does not mean letter A. This does not mean 6 times 3. No. It means 6 multiplied together 3 times. So I know that 6 times 6 is 36, and 36 times 6, I'm not really sure. I don't know. What would that be? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 288 would be 6 raised to the 3rd power is 288. So we know as A is out, it says Melinda is correct because she added 6. No, we're not adding, right? Melinda is incorrect because she needs to multiply 3 by itself 6 times. Well, that's not what it says. So finally, D must be correct. Melinda is incorrect in her answer because she needs to multiply 6 by itself 3 times. So D is the only correct answer. Number 6, find the volume of a cube when a side length of 1/4 of an inch. This wasn't originally on the PDF. So anyway, I put it on the actual assignment page. So hopefully you guys saw that. So to find the volume of a cube, so we have a 3-dimensional cube, which means we have to multiply 3 numbers to find volume. So if our length, our width, and our height is all 1/4, basically what we're doing is we are saying what is 1/4 raised to the power of 3, which is the same thing as 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. I know that 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 1/64 inches cubed. That is the right answer. Or if they want it in exponential form, that means leave your answer with an exponent. These two answers are equivalent. All right, so it depends on what they're looking for, what the final question is. Number 7, evaluate each expression. So we're using order of operation. So we can do this paper pencil, or you guys have a calculator, hopefully. So if you plug it in exactly the way you see it, you should get the right answer. So order of operation tells us to start with exponents. So the first thing I have to do is square 2. After I use exponents, I get to multiply or divide in order from left to right. So 42 minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. Well, 42 minus 2 is 40. And the last thing I'm going to do is add 40 and 4, and I get 44. And I'm doing these right off the cuff. So if I make a mistake, guys, please let me know. All right. So letter B, we do parentheses. Please excuse parentheses and then exponents. So on letter B, we're going to multiply 5 times. Well, in the parentheses, we're going to multiply 16 times. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 4 is 14. Plus 16. So now we have to square 14. Well, 14 squared, let me get my calculator. 14 times 14 is what? 196. 196. So finally, I'm going to multiply 196 times 5, and I get 980. And 980 plus 16 is 996. Is that what you guys got? I hope it is. All right, number 8. This time we are substituting. So we're going to substitute for this time 8 for K. So we're going to do 8 squared divided by V is 2. 2 plus 6. So we're going to do our exponent. 64 divided by 8. And 64 divided by 8 is 8. That's the right answer. Letter B, 5C. Well, 5, that means 5 times C. If C is 5, we're going to multiply 5 times 5 minus K, which is 8, plus V, which is 2. So 5 times 5 is 25 minus 8 plus 2. 25 minus 8 is 17. And 17 plus 2 is 19. I hope I'm getting on 100, guys. Check me. Check me, please. All right, number 9, we're multiplying 6 times M. Wait, hold on. What is the directions? Oh, it says, I'm sorry, simplify the following expression. All right, I got it. So the first thing I see we're going to do is get rid of those parentheses by using the distributive property. So I'm bringing down my 6M plus 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 3M is 15M plus 8. All right, I have a couple of like terms. Right? So 6 M&Ms plus 15 M&Ms is 21 M&Ms, plus 30 plus 8 is 38. And that's as far as I can go because I cannot add those two unlike terms. Number 10. Write an algebraic expression for each of the following. 20 less than, so that's one where that's reverse order. So I'm going to put minus 20 at the very end. All right. So 5 times a number. So 5 times a number less 20. So if you start with 20 minus, that answer is wrong. Less than is reverse order. You have to end with minus 20. Okay. Be careful on that one. And then the difference of, so difference means subtraction. The difference of what? 5 squared. So 5 squared, the word squared goes with a little 2 and a number. So the difference of 5 squared and a number. And that's exactly what you have to write. I mean, obviously, if you use a different variable, it's okay. Number 11, every day before breakfast, you swim for X minutes and run for 15 minutes. Circle all the expressions that show how many minutes you exercise in 4 days. So I swim for X minutes plus I run for 15 minutes And I'm doing that 4 days a week. So I'm looking for anything that equals this. Well, if I use the distributive property, I'm going to get 4x plus 15 times 4 would be what, 60? All right, let's see which one. All right, obviously the first one is exactly what I wrote. So 4x plus 4 times 15. Yep, that's what I did. I did 4 times x and then 4 times 15. So that is equivalent. An order of operation makes me multiply that before I can add it. 4x plus 15, nope, that's just multiplying the x times 4, not the second number. So that one's out. And then the last one, if I distributed, I'd get 4x plus 15x. Is that what it says? No. So the first two options are the only good options. All right, number 12, let me get rid of this stuff. So I'm sorry, I didn't give you any dimensions on the rectangle. I didn't even realize that until NAM sent me a message. So anyway, I put on Canvas page for you guys to use these dimensions. Write and simplify an expression for the perimeter. So for perimeter, we have 2 sides that equals 6n and n plus 14. So I can either say, there's a couple of different things I can say. I can say 6n plus 6n plus n plus 14 plus n plus 14. Well, basically what I'm doing is I'm doubling 6n. And to that, I'm adding the fact that I'm doubling n plus 14. Okay, so both of these are equivalent. However, when I simplify it, there's only one answer, right? I'm going to add up all my n's. So I have 6 plus 6 n's is 12 n's plus 1 more n and 1 more n. So 12, 13, 14 n's. And then I'm going to add up those constants. So 14 plus 14 is 28. So although the expression itself can have different answers, the simplified expression, there's only one answer. Or of course you could write it, you could write the 28 first, it doesn't matter. But these are equivalent, right? These two are equivalent. All right, guys, I hope you are doing well out there. Number 13, it says, are the two expressions equivalent? Show your work or model and explain your reasoning using math vocabulary. So what do you guys think? I think the answer is no. So when I explain it, I would say when I'm using the distributive property, when I'm using distributive property, I'll pretend I can write great. When I'm using the distributive property, I would get, and then I'm going to show what I would get. I would get 5x plus 15 plus 12. And then when I combine like terms, I would get 5x plus 27. Well, the second expression, if I combine like terms, I get 5x plus 15. These are not equal, right? So basically what happened is this middle term, this person or whatever happened here did not distribute that 5 to the 3, okay? So I would get and I would explain why these are not equal by using the math property of the distributive property. All right, guys, I think that's it. So I hope you did well. I hope I got a 100. I hope you got a 100. And if you guys would please message me whether you're going to take your test. So first of all, Tuesday is voting day. So please message me and let me know if your school, if you guys are taking your test on Wednesday or Thursday. So whichever day you take it, the opposite day you get off from math. Yay. So everybody have a great week. If you need anything, please let me know. See you guys later.